I remember when I got my first car, I was so excited. Before I got the car, I had to go through a process with my driving instructor. Every week he came for me, he took me out, showed me how to drive, how to reverse and how to park. And from there I could move on to get my driver's license. So now I went through the process and I thought to myself, alright Zine, I had my instructor, I had the lessons, and now I have the license. But nobody could have told me that I would have actually gotten the vehicle and would just do pure foolishness. So within the first week or two, I'm ashamed to say that I was afraid of everything. JUTC buses, trucks, bikes, and I was even afraid of pedestrians. But I mean, I had the car and I had to go out to work. So I would drive it and every day I would be so nervous. As I progressed and I continued driving, I started getting scratches on the car. I mean, real thing, we used to do just pure foolishness. For example, one time I was on my way to a video shoot and I had to drive through a gate. And I just felt as if I was in the biggest vehicle, almost knocked down the people them gates. And then there was another time when I had to park face out and I knocked up in a column. And another time when I was trying to pull into my driveway and I bounced the car on the gate. So I was just getting all of these scratches and I felt a way about it because I was like, Sandy, you just get the car and you're gonna mash it up. One evening I was driving home and I was passing March Pen Road. And I saw a guy at the roadside and he was washing vehicles. And the car was dirty and I just had a thought that I should just stop and let him do it. So I stopped there and I said to him how much to wash it and he gave me a price. And I parked the car and he was washing it. He was there doing his thing. And then when he was finished, he called me over. So before I paid him, I was checking out the vehicle just to ensure that he did a good job. And while I was checking out the vehicle, I looked at one of the scratches at the side of the car. And he saw me looking at it and he said to me, "May I have some more I can take out that, you know?" And I said to him, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah, man." And then he went for a bottle with a liquid in it and he proceeded to scrub the car and to remove the mark. And then he looked at me and he said to me, "I will scratch it." And I said to him, "Me." And then he said something to me that was just an epiphany at the time and it significantly shifted my perspective. He said to me, "That means say you drive." And I had never thought of it like that before. And I remember when I was on my way home, I was thinking about it. What he said to me, that means say I drive. And then what he said to me, I not only related that to the driving experience, but just the life on a whole. Different things in life that we beat up ourselves about when we're just starting out. Because there I was driving and it was something that I had never done before. I was new to it. So of course I would be making mistakes. Except I was getting all these scratches, all these bruises on the car. And I just felt so bad. So that experience really encouraged me to do this video. Because I know for a lot of persons, maybe for you watching this video, you know, you have started out on a new journey, whatever the journey might be. Maybe starting a new business, maybe a spiritual journey. For example, you went to church, you gave your life to God, and you know, you went through this period of preparation and you're thinking, okay, you're setting out to do a good job. But then you start making all of these mistakes and you just think to yourself, you're like, after a while, you're like, Lord, I'm a failure. Look at all these scratches, look at all these bruises, look at all these mistakes that I'm making. And you beat up on yourself. That experience, and in particular what the guy who washed the car told me, just taught me that we really shouldn't be thinking like that. We shouldn't be beating up ourselves like that. Even when I think back on the car experience, I'm a much better driver now, thank God. But I would not have gotten better unless every single day I had to go out there and actually do the thing. And it's the same thing for you. In trying and just doing the thing every day, that's how you learn. Because of my experience with the car, my outlook has really matured. So no longer do I look at mistakes as something that I need to beat myself up about. But a mistake is really an opportunity for us to learn, and not just to learn, but grow.